I've made previous videos about ESL where I've kind of reamed on them and pointed fingers at them, and I was like, hey, this is all your guys' fault. And then Intero hosted that stream, and I made a video about that where he kind of says that all those visa issues were not entirely ESL's fault. The same issues where 3 players were not able to go to Pro League finals in Japan from FaZe and from Ninjas and Pajamas because of those visa issues, like I said. But this kind of shifted my perspective a bit. You know, I've said this before. I think I might have said this, like those same exact words in that previous video too. Shifted my perspective about ESL because it's not entirely their fault, which Intero makes very clear, and he probably knows a lot more than I do, and I'm guessing a lot more than us as viewers know, viewers of Pro League, I mean. But you know, you could see that ESL wasn't really trying to be the bad guys here. They're not intentionally doing this stuff. You know, stuff happens, and ESL happened to be on the back end of it to where they make them look really bad. But Drip, who is a Challenger League player, or was a Challenger League player, was not getting paid for 193 days from ESL. It started Sunday on the 10th when he tweeted about how many days it's been since he won Challenger League Season 9 and how ESL is still yet to pay him, and at this point it's already been 190 days. Then comes a post a few days later where he's now counted to 193 days, so it's almost been 6.5 months since they have rightfully won that game against the Sonics, that Challenger League game, which crowned them the champions of the Challenger League, and he still has not been paid for that. He made a tweet longer on November 4th to talk about it, and it's a little ranty, so there's only one thing that I really want to pull from it, but you can pause here if you want to read it, of course. But here, he mentions Rule 2.1.4 of the ESL rulebook, which says that all prize money should ideally be paid out 30 days after the Rainbow Six Pro League season in question has been completed, but it may take as long as 90 days for the payment to be completed. Now, obviously, it's been way longer than 30 days, and it's been longer than 90 days too, and I feel like ESL kind of uses shady wording in that rule because they say you will ideally get paid out in 30 days, and it may take up to 90 days to get to you, which is really, it sounds like there's no guarantee that you're going to get your money within that time frame. It's basically like ESL saying, hey, we're going to try to pay you in 30 days, but if that doesn't work out, we might be able to pay you in 90 days. And of course, in Drip's comments on his tweet, people were saying that at this point, he should be able to sue them now. And I don't completely know like the legality behind everything in terms of suing an event organizer for not paying you, but I'm sure you can because money that you earn is your property. And I feel like, you know, it's so far down the road now where so much time has passed for Drip that at this point, I also feel like he should be able to sue. And we've seen people talk about suing ESL before, where BKN suggested that FaZe should sue them because of those visa issues, and cameraman from FaZe said that they would do it. I just don't know how much legal ground that they would actually have to stand on in a case like theirs where it's just about messed up visas. But it's also worth noting that ESL's contract with Ubisoft and hosting competitive Rainbow Six is apparently up at the end of the year, and I looked for information backing this, but I could not find anything that explicitly stated that the contract was up at the end of the year. There's just been so many people saying it that, you know, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and believe them. And maybe that information is out there somewhere and I just couldn't find it, but I personally could not find something that said the contract was up at the end of the year. A lot of people think that Ubisoft isn't going to renew their contract with ESL, which is obviously pure speculation, but if this is the case, Ubisoft could host the events themselves, but with a statement that Stern had put out where he said that the production of Challenger League was pretty neglected, it might not be the best for us. And then there's other event organizers like Star Ladder, who they do run some of their CSGO tournaments, which are ran pretty well, actually. I wouldn't mind seeing a switch over to them. I hope you all enjoyed, and I also hope that Drip gets paid soon, because I know that if I were in his position, I'd be pretty angry. So we might be seeing some lawsuits headed towards ESL's way. Maybe not from FaZe anymore because those issues are kind of in the past at this point. But Drip might be doing something. Not sure. I will be keeping out for his Twitter. I'll be looking out for it to update you guys in the event that anything happens. But until then, thank you guys for watching. I'll be seeing you guys soon. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.